Welcome back. All right, so good morning, all. And we have ourselves a pretty busy night tonight in the NHL. 8 games, which are spread out nicely. The first game starting 4 hours before the eighth does. So, what I've done with today's preview board is something a little different. So, I do have the preview boards the night before. I went to moneypuck.com where they have their Stanley Cup playoff odds of making the playoffs, winning a round, odds of winning a Stanley Cup. And I thought, yeah, I'll throw that on the board. And so these are from last night. I know these change regularly, and it's about simulating. Here's what the simulations tell us. And so tonight's matchups will bring us one step closer to the playoffs. A lot of teams down to 6, 7, 8 games left. Of course, that's not the case with Vancouver. We'll get to them, but yeah. So 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. We get the first game, which is Montreal, Calgary, which is one of the many that are at an odd. It just feels like there's some odd starting times on here. Yeah. Anyways, I like Winnipeg seems an hour late. St. Louis seems an hour early. But this one, 2017-9 is the record for Montreal. Calgary's won 6 out of 8 against them, but Calgary's record's 21, 23, and 3. So it might be the one team that Calgary's able to own. Now, they also have a pretty good record against Vancouver, so I'm not going to pretend they don't. And we'll see how things go between those two franchises, because if Calgary could sweep those games over Vancouver, and if they win this game tonight against Montreal, they have to do it in regulation. The chances are still there. So over their last 10, Montreal's 3-7, Calgary's 5-5. 71.8% chance Montreal makes the playoffs, again, according to last night's numbers. Round 2, 29.4% chance that Montreal makes it to round 2. In a Stanley Cup, 2.7% chance. So they must see this as like it's easier for them, and there must be something in there, because they only have St. Louis at a 0.2% chance. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm reporting the information. I just thought it would be fun to do something different for the preview. Calgary, they have a 21.6% chance of making the playoffs. Round 2, 8.8% chance. Stanley Cup, 0.9% chance. I would not bet on Calgary winning the Cup right now. Just throwing that out there. Then at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific, we have the 31-10-4 Colorado Avalanche in against the St. Louis Blues, who are 20-19-6. And in the last game, it looked like maybe they do want 4th place. This is the last meeting these teams will have. Colorado's won 5 out of 7 so far. We'll see how it goes tonight. Colorado's 8-2 in their last 10. For St. Louis, they're 4-6 over their last 10. Colorado's already clinched the playoffs. Round 2, 68.9% chance they make it to round 2. Stanley Cup, 13.6% chance, which is pretty high. On the St. Louis side, 50.6% chance they make the playoffs. Round 2, they have a 10.1% chance. Stanley Cup, 0.2% chance. So for St. Louis, it looks. But again, I know if you're a Blues fan, you're like, hey, we won it a couple years ago. Oh, absolutely, and people weren't taking them then either. So 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. Vancouver Canucks, Ottawa Senators. This is where, again, things are really going to be tough for Vancouver. And Travis Green talking about how practices on off days are going to be cut back. They're basically cutting back everything in between games because the games are so squashed together. Vancouver 19-19-3. Ottawa 17-27-4. Vancouver has won 6 out of 7 between these two teams. Over their last 10, Vancouver's 6-3-1. Ottawa's 4-6. Vancouver's chances of making the playoffs, 7.4%. Round 2, 1.9% chance. Stanley Cup, 0.1% chance. That's 1 in 1,000. I still think that just seems high to me. Ottawa, that's a no for Ottawa with the playoffs. 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, we then get the Dallas Stars at home against the Colorado Avalanche, or Carolina Hurricanes. That'd be great, wouldn't it? All right, so they decided we're just going to trash the divisional matchups. We're just going to have Colorado play Dallas, because why not? Carolina in against the Dallas Stars. Carolina, 31-10-6. Their record's almost identical to Colorado's anyway, so they've won 5 out of 6 against Dallas. Dallas is 20-15-12. Over their last 10, very similar records. Carolina, 6-1-3. Dallas, 7-1-2. Carolina, 100% chance they make the playoffs. Haven't officially clinched, but they're gonna. And if they win in regulation over Dallas tonight, by my calculations, I think that clinches it for them. Dallas 40% chance of making the playoffs. So, yeah, 40%. Round 2, the odds for Carolina 58.1% chance, Dallas 18.4% chance, Stanley Cup 8.3% chance for Carolina, 2.8% chance for Dallas. I'd be really curious to know how they come up with all these numbers. Because the reason I say that is because Montreal 71.8% chance, Stanley Cup 2.7, Dallas 40% chance to make the playoffs and a 2.8% chance to win the cup. So yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Then at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, the Florida Panthers in against the Nashville Predators. Florida 31-13-5. Nashville 26-21-2. Florida's won 4-6 in this season series so far. So Florida looking to keep things interesting in that battle for fourth. And tonight, Dallas fans, you are also fans of Florida. Florida's 5-4-1 in their last 10. It's kind of slowed down for them. Nashville 6-3-1 in their last 10. They're playing very well. 100% chance Florida makes the playoffs. Might be part of the reason why their play's fallen off recently. Maybe just because, they know they're making the playoffs. Round 2, 61.3% chance they make it to round 2. Interestingly enough, Carolina 58.1%. So Tampa Bay, Florida, and Carolina can't all be above 50%, right? Cup 9.8% chance that Florida wins the Stanley Cup, which puts them ahead of Carolina. So again, interesting. And on the Nashville side, 58.8% chance to make the playoffs. Round 2, they have a 23% chance. The Stanley Cup, 2% chance. So again, it's very interesting. And I mean, I could come up with numbers and give percentages of what I think, but that's why I'm using another site, because I don't want to get into all that. I already have power rankings. I'm leaving all the rest of that stuff alone. 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. The Edmonton Oilers 27-16-2 in against the Winnipeg Jets, who are 27-17-3. Edmonton's won 5 out of 7 so far in this season series. Winnipeg needs to turn things around. Oilers 6-3-1 over their last 10. Winnipeg's 5-4-1 over their last 10. Like I said, they need to turn things around here because they're only 1 point ahead of the Oilers. 99.6% chance the Oilers make the playoffs. 99.7% chance Winnipeg makes the playoffs. If you are betting that Calgary can catch the Oilers and the Jets, it's enough gambling for you today. Round 2, 44.1% chance for the Oilers, 52.6% chance for the Jets. Stanley Cup, 1.7% chance for the Oilers, 2.8% chance for the Jets. I would say with how they're playing right now, I would give the Oilers better odds than the Jets, but that's me. And again, that's how they're playing right now. That could change over the next couple of weeks, right? Then at 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, we get the Anaheim Ducks in against the LA Kings. So I'm thinking LA probably wins this one. Both teams have won twice in this season series, so it's kind of guesswork here. Anaheim's 14-27-7. LA 17-22-6. Over their last 10, Anaheim 3-6-1. LA 3-7. Anaheim, there's no chance of playoffs. For LA, they have a 7.7% chance of making the playoffs. Round 2, that's a 1.8% chance. Stanley Cup, 0.1% chance. So you could get a pretty good return if you thought LA and Vancouver could be the Stanley Cup final and it happened that way. It's not going to happen. But yeah, that's interesting. All right, and then at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, the Arizona Coyotes, who in their last game looked like maybe they want to win that fourth spot as well. They're now 21-22-5. San Jose's 18-24-5, and San Jose's just in free fall. Arizona's won 3 out of 4 in this series so far. Arizona's only 3-7 in their last 10. The San Jose Sharks 1-8-1 in their last 10. It has just absolutely fallen off the map. So let's see, that's 3, 6, 7. So out of their last 30 combined games, the California teams have won 7 of them. So there you go. 38.5% chance Arizona makes the playoffs. 3.2% chance for San Jose. Round 2, 7.3% chance for Arizona. That'd be great. 73% chance to make the second round, and only a 38% chance to make the playoffs. But yeah, 7.3% chance for round 2 for Arizona. 0.8% chance that happens for San Jose. Stanley Cup, 0.1% chance for Arizona, 0% chance for San Jose. So not officially eliminated, but close. And we'll see how things go tonight. So let me know your picks in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, we're almost there. We're a few weeks away, but for most teams, we're a couple weeks from the end of the season. And then there's just the basically Canucks clean up their season. And I would imagine that we'll get a better picture of when the playoffs are going to start and what they could look like over the next week or so. But there you go. Let me know your thoughts. Do hit like and subscribe, and I will talk to you again soon.